Oh, no, 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 no. Hey, everybody, come on in, come on in. I'm just getting stuff adjusted here. Excuse me for a second. I gotta bring it to the lights, bring it to the lights. We're gonna bring it to the lights. Oh, gosh. Okay, can you see me, guys? Listen, I got this wife beater on. I don't usually wear just a wife beater when I come on set. Um, but it's hot. It's when I tell y'all it's hot here today. It's hot. It's like I can't even say it's hot. It's like muggy. You know how you get that muggy feeling, like sweating and sticky and stuff like that. Um, yeah, it's like that. Y'all come on in because we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a conversation. You know, here up close and personal. We talk. So we're gonna have a up close and personal conversation today. Um, and we can talk about just about anything we want. You know. Um, can you see me now, blogs? Can you see me? You see me okay? Oh, and I forgot to do one thing. This is something I never do. Um, I gotta have my crown on, right? I'm His Majesty, so I gotta put my crown on. Hey, Delala, and smooth dancing Nick. What's going on, Nick? I see you still owe me my dance. Hey, blogs and fiction. Thank you, Nick. I hope everybody is well this evening. Let me just start off by saying welcome. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome everybody, those that are old, those that are new. Welcome to Up Close and Personal with His Majesty. Now, normally I pre-record these sessions that I do for Up Close and Personal, just for my own reasons, you know. I like to get out and say what I need to say and keep it moving, not keep you here that long, you know. But I decided that I would do a couple of live up close and personal shows to see how it goes. You know, you know, we the McRae Kingz, we don't hold back from anything. We don't, you know, limit ourselves to anything. You know, it's like trial and error. We try things. We try different things. You know, that's when we come on in the morning. We come on Thursday nights, and you know, we try to come on and give you something different every time we come on. One second, guys. There we go. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. Yes. Y'all like that picture of me? Y'all like that picture? Y'all like that? Y'all digging that? Y'all digging that picture of me? Um, ooh, I had just turned 40, and I was actually overweight in that picture. I was like almost 300 pounds in that picture. So to look at it today and look at how, you know, I look now, it's like, it's strange. It looks like a whole totally different person, don't it? Hey, Monica, my sister. I was talking on me and Monica was on the phone damn near all day. It seemed like, but I love talking to Monica. Me and Monica, we kind of like we motivate each other. We inspire each other. That's the great thing about having a little sister is that you know she like looks at you in a different light, and I think Monica looks at me in a different light, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that she looks at me in a different light. I try to sometimes pull her, you know, more closer to me, as far as, you know, you don't have to look at me in that light. I ain't no superstar or nothing like that. But, you know, we inspire each other. We encourage each other. We share different ideas and tips and things like that. I tell her what I like about her channel. She tells me what I like about my channel. You know, that's what we do. That's what friends do. And Monica is like really a sister to me. She really is. And guys, if you are not watching MJ&J Family Mukbangs, you need to get over there and watch her channel. You really do. Monica is evolving into something. She is evolving into something great, especially with her tips. You know, I can truly say that ever since I've been watching her do her tips, it has inspired me even more. It has encouraged me even more, has motivated me even more to be better. You know, and that's what I encourage her to do. I always tell Monica, you know, whenever Joseph and I, whenever we do a show, we try to do better than we did the previous show. We try to top that, you know. And I see that she is doing that. Y'all didn't see the other day when she had her little shirt on and she was looking all cute and stuff like that. It's just amazing to see someone just take flight, and that's exactly what she's doing. I love my sister Monica. Shout out to Monica, MJ&J Family Mukbangs. Shout out to Blogs and Fiction. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I'm looking for my girl Medina, but I guess she didn't get here yet. I did tell her 5 o'clock though. But yeah, I tried to stick to the time as much as I possibly could, guys. It wasn't easy. Joseph and I had to go out and run some errands. You know, we ran out, we ran some errands and stuff, and we got back home. We got back home about 5 o'clock. And I was going to go on until I noticed that Vernez was going on, and I didn't want to interrupt her live. And I know she's still on, but Vernez stays on for quite a long time when she is on. Y'all, if y'all ain't watched Vernez, y'all need to watch her too, especially if you're a content creator. If you're a content creator, Vernez is the go-to person. She will give you the information that you need to make your channel successful and pop. We owe a lot to her because we followed a lot of the things, a lot of advice from her. We followed a lot of direction from her, and you know, it worked out. It worked out. But don't go over there and watch her now. Y'all need to be over here with me. There go Reese Cup. Reese Cup, hey, what's going on, Reese Cup? Now today, guys, I'm counting on y'all to come in too. I'm gonna put the link in the description box, and I'm counting on y'all to come in and say something. Sit up there and say something. I want you to sit up there and say something when you come in. So I'm counting on y'all to come in, but I'm going to start off by talking about a topic that really resonates in my spirit. It's something that gets to me. It really gets me. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you got your cocktail. I got mine. Y'all know I ain't no heavy drinker. I got me a little Corona Light. Corona of all things, right? And if you ain't never had a Corona, you don't know. Let me tell you, Corona is some good beer, especially with lemon. There's another way that I like it too. When you put a little grenadine in it. If you don't know grenadine, it's like a sweet syrup that you pour into it. It's red. It's good. And also, if you do it with the lemons and limes, I did it with lemon today, and a little salt. It's really good. I don't drink that very often. Like I have like a 12-pack of Corona. I think I've only drank like 3 of them since I got them. You know, I'm really not a drinker anymore. I used to be back in my day when I was in the club, you know, dipping it and doing it and do all that good stuff. I used to drink. I was a Hennessy brother. I would drink Hennessy or I would drink Remy Martin, straight up. But I don't indulge in that anymore. Yes. So, guys, I need for you to come into the chat, but we're going to talk about something that just resonates in my spirit that I really need to get off my chest. Over here on the up close and personal platform, we talk about everything. We ain't nothing off limits. Nothing is off limits. Now, don't act crazy and come in here acting like you ain't got no sense. But there's no subject off limits. If you have any questions, any comments you want to say, whatever, feel free to do so. We're gonna be on here for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna let it go, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. But the one thing that I really want to talk about today is fatherhood, and let me tell you why. I was watching. It was my intention to go over to Jada Pinkett's Smith's page and watch what she had to say about this issue, what was going on with her, August Alsina. Of course, you guys, if you don't know who August Alsina is, he is an R&B artist, good artist, excellent artist. I went over there to her page to talk about that. I mean, to see what she had to say about that, because that's been in the blogs, it's been all over the internet that, he had that Will Smith gave him permission to sleep with his wife and so on and so forth. And Jada Pinkett decided that, no, it's time to clear the air on this. No, it wasn't like that. And guys, it wasn't like that. Her and Will were in the midst of getting a divorce at the time and were separated. And, something happened between her and August Alsina. And it just so happened to be a sexual encounter. My thing is, what's the big deal? They grown. It's always been known in not only in the YouTube streets, but in social that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett have had an open relationship. So I'm not understanding what the big deal is, but I know what the big deal is. See, this August Alsina is messy. And see, you know what? The one thing I hate messy people. I hate messy shit. Now, because he did that, I will no longer contribute to him as an artist because I don't like messy shit. And see, the one thing about artists being an artist, if you are an artist or if you are an upcoming artist, as a consumer of music, I would say the best way to always go is not to allow people to know all of your business. And see, August Alsina put this out because number one, he knew that his album was coming out. So he knew that this controversy would get him album sales. And that's exactly what it did. But was it messy? Yes, it was messy. And Jada Pinkett didn't deserve that. Jada Pinkett didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve to be up in his mess, regardless whether they slept together or not. I'm like, what's the big deal? If Will ain't got no problem with it, why y'all got a problem with it? Well, no one knew they were on the verge of getting a divorce, Betty Boo. But, is it really our business? Is it really our business to know? Of course, yes, they are public figures. They're out in the public. They're socialites. They're out in the public. And yes, a majority of their business is out, out for everybody to see. But it's not by their choice. It's by the choice of the reporters that choose to follow them, the people that choose to write blogs on them, the people that choose to write stuff on them. I know some people in these YouTube streets right now that's feeling real silly and stupid when they reported that Jada slept with him. And I know y'all feel real stupid now because she admitted it. Yeah, okay? She admitted it. She admitted it. Yes, she said we had sexual encounter. She admitted it. Ooh, y'all. My whole green screen just came down. The shade of it all. The shade of it all. And I don't have nothing to put it back up. But I ain't gonna worry about that. Y'all worried about the green screen? Y'all tell me in the comments, y'all worried about the green screen? Y'all want me to get up and fix it? Do y'all need it? Y'all think I need to get up and fix it? I got a half a brick wall. I don't got no green screen. There you go. There you go. That's it. But yeah, my green screen fell down. Joseph, can you bring me some tape? I'm waiting for Joseph to bring me some tape. And don't bring that mangy little dog with you. Leave him in the room with you. No, I'm talking about my baby Jomel. Jomel is a hot mess. He's just getting in all kind of trouble. He been being pretty good these past couple days. But yeah, I ain't gonna wait for Joseph to bring me no tape. Let's get into it, y'all. Hold on for a second. I gotta fix my green screen. Hold on for a second, y'all. I'll be right back. Couldn't bring me no tape. I'm back, y'all. I'll be right with you. I don't know why my green screen fell, but it did. All right. Now I don't know how long that's gonna hold, but we'll see. I ain't gonna worry about it no more. If it come down, it come goddamn it down. That's it. Hey Lawrence. Who else is in here? Let me see. Betty Boo. I didn't send a shout out to you. Shout out to Betty Boo. Yes, and shout out to Lawrence Ritano. Lawrence Ritano is an artist that does a majority of our pictures, guys. He does. Oh God, you should see some of the beautiful pictures that he does for us. I'll show y'all those pictures at another time. Let's see. Let's talk about what I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about fatherhood. Like I said, I was over on Jada Pinkett Smith's page, and I wanted to see, what was going on with the controversy with her and August Alsina. And upon doing that, I fell upon Will Smith and her doing an interview together, and she did an interview with him about fatherhood. And the reason why I want to talk about fatherhood is because it's not enough of it here in the Black community. Fathers need to be held accountable for and responsible for their children. There's so many mothers out here that are stressing and working hard and working their fingers to the bones, spending every last dime on their children, not having no money to spend on themselves, because they got to feed their kids. They got to pay the rent. They got to pay the electricity bill. They got to pay the cable bill. They got to pay all these bills. And then they got this man who's supposed to be the father of their kids, and they ask him for $20, and he say, "You ain't about nothing but money." I think that's a favorite. That's a baby father favorite. You all about the money. You damn right I'm all about the money. Let me tell you something. I have 2 nephews. Actually, I had 3. One passed away. One was killed. I have 2 nephews now. One is 31 and the other one is 19. One nephew had a child at the age of 18. He conceived a child with a young lady at 18. The other one conceived a child at the age of 15. Okay? The one thing that I value about my nephews is that they have always taken care of their kids. They have always taken care of their kids. When I say taking care of them, my one nephew, my youngest nephew, he has full legal custody of his daughter. She goes to private school, and he takes care of her at 15. At 15. Okay? With no help from nobody else. His daughter he's always made sure his daughter had. Always made sure that she has now. 15. My other nephew, who conceived his child at 18, sees his son every single day. He doesn't have custody of him, but he makes sure he sees his son every single day. That's what a father does. That's a real man. There's a saying that my father used to say all the time, and he said, a daddy is a man that brags about his kids. A father is a man who supports and gives. Don't you ever have a child unless you are ready to have a child, unless you are ready to commit your life to having a child. Don't you have a child. And he made that statement to me, and that's what he said after he made that statement. He said, don't you ever bring a child into this world and not be able to take care of it. What a shame that must be on a man. I mean, this is what I can't fathom. You have children out here that you don't even see. You got children out here that you don't even contribute to. I could not imagine having a child out here and not, and them not having the things that they need. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine like having a child and not being able to provide for them or not providing for them by choice. How does that feel, man? How does that feel? How does it feel to have somebody, a little you in the world, and you ain't a part of his life? Because I know if I had me a little mini-me, he would be sitting right next to me right here. How does that feel? How does that feel to not take care of your children? How does it feel? See, because my father was a man, I don't care what it was, he would sacrifice everything for us. Everything. I mean, I really think my father ain't never had to because he was a good provider. But I think if my father had to live out on the streets in order for us to have, then he would have. I hear so many times these brothers, they work, okay, you working, you getting paid minimum wage. No, you ain't got enough money to buy you a beer after you get off work. You ain't got enough money to pay your rent. You ain't got enough money to do anything. You ain't got enough money to pay your electricity bill. So what? So what? So what? I hear men say, I gotta live too. No, you don't. Because guess what? When you had that child, it wasn't about you no more. It was about that little boy or that little girl. That's what it's about. It's about making sacrifices, even if you have to live out on the street. And yes, I said it. Even if you have to live out on the street to provide for your family, you're providing. You're providing. Brothers, 10, 15, 20,000, 100,000s and thousands of dollars behind in arrearage and child support. And your child support is like maybe $100 a month. I had this conversation with one of my friends. I said, I don't have no empathy. I don't have no empathy for baby fathers. I don't. because I see too many examples of men that do take care of their children. I see too many examples of that. To have empathy or empathize with a man that just continue to have babies over and over again, continue to impregnate women over and over again, and then complain about how they can't pay child support. Put a cover it up. Put a condom on. Or better yet, don't have sex at all. If you're that fertile, if you can fertilize that good, then you don't need to be having sex. You don't. I don't have no empathy for these brothers that don't do nothing for their kids and use a sob story. I don't have a way to get to work. I don't have a way to see them. I don't have this. I don't have that. Well, get it. Get it. Because meanwhile, you don't have this and you don't have that. There is a young life that is running around this world with nothing. And they don't have nothing to look up to. They don't have nothing to look forward to from a man. Because you can't be one. There used to be a rap called "Be a Father to Your Child." Be a damn father to your damn child. And stop worrying about whether they're going to be this or whether they're going to be that. What you need to be worried about is they're going to be food on the table for them. Do you know mothers, baby fathers? I'm talking to all the baby fathers out there. Let me put this down for a second. Do y'all realize that there are mothers out there that can't feed their children? Do you realize that there are mothers out there that have to go to food pantries and take what the food pantry give them, and 9 times out of 10, the food pantry give them some tomato sauce, a can of peanut butter, a can of jelly, and maybe they might get some meat. They might get a chicken or a turkey or some ground beef to feed the kids. Don't that make you feel bad that your baby mother got to go to a food pantry? Don't it make you feel bad that your baby mother got to go and apply for food stamps because you won't provide? It's not that you can't, it's that you won't. Because you're sorry. Be a father to your child. And thank you so much, Lemon Pepper. I'm glad you brought that up because you got a whole bunch of brothers out here that will get with a woman. They'll get right, get with a woman, get them a nice paying job, have them a nice car, have them a nice job, and go take care of somebody else's kids and won't take care of their own. How that work? Who does that? Who does that? How does that work? It is. It's sad. It's sad. But see, I'm going to tell all you baby mothers out there that are struggling to take care of your kids, that are making sure that there's food on the table, making sure that your children have some type of great activity going on in their lives, encouraging them and building their confidence, inspiring them, doing great things so that they will follow by example. You baby mothers, those baby mothers, keep on doing it because there's a light. There is a light. Listen. Take this time to better yourself as a mother, as a woman. Take the time to better yourself. You know, take the time to, if you need to get your education and go back to school, then do that. I know it's a sacrifice. I know it's hard to do that. It's very hard. It's hard for a woman to go back to school, have a part-time, have a full-time job, take care of the kids, make sure that they're provided for when she's not around, feed them, and put them to bed at night. Y'all think that's not easy. It's not. It's not easy. I see my sisters do it every single day. I see my girl Monica do it every single day. It's not easy. But there's a light. See, what you baby fathers don't understand is there's going to come a day. Oh, yeah, it's going to come a day. There's going to come a day when you are going to have to answer questions. And if you think you don't, oh, you're wrong. You're wrong. Listen, I watch so much TV. I see it. I see grown men turn 18 and confront their fathers on, where were you? Where were you? Where were you when I was a kid? Why am I just now meeting you? Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know you was my father? You couldn't take a paternity test? Listen, DNA has been around since the 80s. It ain't no reason why. If you have a doubt about a woman being the father of your child, woman being the mother of your child, excuse me, that you can't go and get a DNA test. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because when you have to pay for a DNA test, it automatically becomes not worth it. It's not worth it. Now, if Maury Povich or one of these other shows that do paternity tests come along, you'll be gung-ho to do that. But it's not worth it for you to spend the $600 that it costs to take a paternity test. Yeah, it costs about $600 if you do it on your own. It can be pricey, but you're the one that got the doubt. You're the one that don't know. You ain't sure that that's your baby. Spend the money. Wow, blogs, really? I'm going to read this what Blog said. Blog said, I remember my brother played basketball. His dad had never attended the games. He played against his stepbrother's team. And there, his dad was rooting for his stepbrother on the other side, not even his child. How that sound? How does that sound? That don't even sound right. Did y'all get that? What she was saying is that her brother was a basketball player. He had a stepbrother, which was not biologically his brother, that his father was taking care of. And he never came to the basketball games to root his own son on, but he would root his stepson on. How that sound? Did that sound right? Hey, Harriet Tubman. That right there make me want to cry. That would make me want to cry. But you know what? It's men out here that do that. It's men right now out here that do that. They got a whole slew of kids. And now that they don't feel they feel they're in the right place in the world where they got a good job, nice car, they got them a nice woman, they love her, and they got all these great things. But they want to erase what they've done. It doesn't work like that. That's not how God works. Listen, when God put a child on this earth, it's here until he say it's gone. Not until you say it's gone. It's here till he say it's gone. But you have men out here that will be a father or a mentor or something to another young man, and they ain't even taking care of their own. They ain't even taking care of their own. What nerve? Because that's how we do, Betty Boop. Let me tell you something. Listen, before you, men, if you have children out there that you're not taking care of, you are going to have to answer to them one day. Don't think that you ain't. Don't think that. And remember this. Remember this when you get my age, 52. Remember it when you laying in that hospital bed after you done had a heart attack. Remember that when you had a stroke. Hell, remember that if you should ever need blood from your son or your daughter. Remember that. Remember all the times that you weren't there. Remember all the times that you didn't take care of them. Remember that. Because you're going to have to answer. You are going to answer. My own dad. Listen, I come from a two-parent home. My mother and father, they grew up together. They were raised in the same neighborhood, grew up together. They married, had us children. It was three of us, me and my sisters, my two sisters, biologically, my biological sisters. It was us. My mother and father decided they would separate. They separated when I turned, I think I was 10. Yeah, I was 10 when my mother and father decided to separate. But I kid you not, there was never a time that my father wasn't in my life. Never a time. My father was always there. And looking back on it, I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it all the time. But my father was always there. Always. I don't care what it was I needed, what it was I wanted, what it was I desired. My father was right there. I was 23 years old when my father passed away, and he was still taking me Christmas shopping. My hand to God. He was still taking me Christmas shopping. That's a man. And me and my father and I, we didn't have a great relationship simply because he didn't like me. He didn't like the fact that I was gay. So we didn't have, when I grew up, growing up, we didn't have a close relationship. My father wasn't that father that said, I love you and I care about. My father wasn't that type of brother. He was tough. He was a police officer, you know. He would talk to me, but he would talk to me about the stuff that he needed to talk to me about. When it was time to talk about sex, when it was time to talk about drugs, when it was time to talk about getting in trouble and so on and so forth, my father was there for those conversations. He was also a great provider. My father was a great provider. I don't care what it was I wanted. I ain't never wanted for nothing. Regardless whether he thought he didn't like the fact I was gay or not. And yeah, my father was mean to me. He was very mean to me. Especially whenever he found out I was gay. My father knocked me out. I ended up in the hospital for 2 weeks. He was mean to me. We didn't have a good relationship after he asked me, was I gay? And I told him yes. But tell you how God works. See, because God works in mysterious ways. Trust me when I tell you. God works in mysterious ways. I was blessed to have seen my father take his last breath. I was blessed. And I know that sounds cruel, but it wasn't like that. My father had gone into the emergency room because he couldn't breathe, and he had been having issues prior to going to the emergency room. I actually had to talk him into going to the hospital. And this particular day, I did talk him into going to the hospital and discovered that my father hadn't been sleeping. He hadn't been laying down sleeping for days, for like months. He had been sitting up sleeping in the chair because he was scared to lay down and go to sleep because he thought he was going to die in his sleep. And on the day he died, he said so many things to me. He made so many wrongs right. You know, he admitted to some of the things that he had done wrong to me. He said to me he wished that he had done this instead of doing that. You know, he told me that he had no problem with ever making a sacrifice for me, because I've seen my father make sacrifices. I saw my mother and father make sacrifices for us. I was blessed. I was blessed to be able to have a conversation with the man that I really didn't like, but ended up loving when he passed away. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the things that he did for me. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him as a man and what the legacy that he left behind. Not a day that goes by. And that's what I mean when I talk about you brothers. You know, I can sit here and I can rant about you brothers and call you all different kind of names. I can do that shit all day. All day. But I'm here as from one man to another man. I know I don't have kids, but I'm here to encourage you and motivate you and let you know that it's never too late for you to be a father. It's never too late for you to be a father. It's never too late for you to pick up the phone and call your baby's mother and say, I want to take the kids. Let me take the kids off of your hands for a little while. It's never too late. That's all I have, y'all, for Up Close and Personal today. I'm going to read some of these comments and then I'm going to get on out of here. Okay, who y'all talking about? Monica and blogs. Hey, surprise around the corner. Oh, y'all talking about Will Smith? Or y'all talking about August Alsina? Yeah, you see, I'm gonna let Joseph talk about that. See, because Joseph can tell you about being Joseph can tell you about having a baby father. There's two different kind of fathers. There's a baby father, FATHER, and then we got the baby father or the baby daddy. Okay, so y'all remember that it's baby father or baby daddy or father. And remember what I said: a father is a man. A daddy is a man. A father and a daddy is a man who brags about his kids. That's all they do. They brag. Oh, I got kids. I got me a son. Yeah, I got me a son. He named after me. And they don't do shit. A father, that's a man. That's a man. That's a man. A father is a man that supports and gives. Remember that, ladies. Remember that, gentlemen. Let that resonate in your spirit when you're choosing to lay down with a sister or lay down with a brother. That's what a father is. Right, yeah, yeah. Right, Monica. What you crying for? What you crying for? Get in your car. Get in your car. Pick up the phone and say, Monica. Monica. Yeah. You know, I ain't got nothing else to do. You know, and you know, I know you. Yeah. I want them. Can I take the kids for a little while? I just want to take and get some ice cream and bring them right back. You can get some ice cream and sit in front of your house. Is that okay? Would you accept that, Monica? Oh, thank you, Betty Boo. Y'all see my green screen fell down again. So half of my living room is gone. It's okay. It's so good to see y'all talking in the chat. Did y'all hit the like button? Y'all, I got 3 likes. What's going on? What's going on with the likes? Y'all need to fix that before we leave. Hey, Medina. My husband coming. My husband coming in here to fix my green screen. Joseph, I'm actually getting ready to get off because I have some things to do. I have some things to handle. We got our we got some good news in the mail today. When it comes to our YouTube that we're gonna share with y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here anyway. Joseph, you don't have to do all that thing. You don't have to do all that. Because it's getting ready to storm, and for some reason, y'all, it was so hard for me to get on because the internet was like really it was like crazy. That's all I have for you guys. You ponder over that. You women, you females, you ponder over that. And you know what? In closing,
hey y'all, Medina. I'm sorry, babe. Medina, I see you. Blog sees you. We all been answering you, so I don't know why you can't see us because you've been texting me, but we all can see you in the chat.
I didn't see her in the chat.
She's in the chat.
She is?
She asked me, could you see her?
I can't see her.
What's going on? And Blog's been answering her and me too.
Really?
Yes.
I can't see Medina. Listen.
She's in there.
Medina, could you please put something in the chat for me right now? There you go. There you go. You can see us now, right? All right, y'all. Who coming in? Monica, you coming up in here? I need somebody to come up in here. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I want to hear what y'all got to say about what we was talking about today. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes, and then I got to get off of here. I got stuff to do. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and y'all can come on in if y'all want to. I'm gonna give y'all about 5 minutes. That's it. Give you about 5 minutes, and then I'm out of here. In the meantime, I'm gonna look at this chat and see what y'all was talking about. Uh-oh, we got somebody. Hey.
Hey, Jamel. Hey. I'm not gonna show my face right now because I'm in the bed.
Oh Lord, have mercy, girl! Don't do that to me.
Look, but yeah, I can show you my face. Hey everybody. I'm gonna try to get in the chat. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. You spoke nothing but facts about fathers being a father. I had a good father. My mom didn't have to put my dad on child support, none of that. Like whenever I needed something, like we used to have gas in our house for heat. Even though my dad, even though my mom had 2 other children that was not my dad, my dad, he said, well, since my child is living there, it don't matter.
Right,
I'm gonna pay. My child is living there.
Right. That's
what I needed. I got. Yeah. My dad, he used to get me every other weekend, and if I decided to get off the bus at his house, it was not a problem. Whatever. My dad gave me so many cars, even though I wrecked them.
Oh Lord, have mercy, Monica.
So yeah, like that's the type of father that I thought, you know, that you pray that you have for. I don't have that for my children, but that's fine because I'm going to be the best mother that I can be.
That's right.
For my children.
That's right.
So I just don't try to dwell on that. I try not to dwell on that because there goes one of them right there.
What is Jamel doing?
Getting off of me. Get off me now.
Yeah, but you know, I'm like you, Monica. I grew up, and although my mother and father separated at one time, right. You know, my father was always a great provider. That one thing I can't take away from him. I can talk about some of the messed up things I think he did to me or whatever. My father was always a great provider. He always made sure that we had. Every time he got my father being a police officer, he got paid on the 1st and the 15th. The 1st and the 15th. If I didn't see him, I saw him on the 1st and the 15th, and I had my allowance in my hand. And my mother had enough money to pay the rent, pay all the utilities and everything. My father took care of our whole house. Even though him and my mother were separated. You know what I'm saying? They were good friends. You know what I'm saying? They were good friends. And so that's what I'm talking about. That's what these kids need today. They need fathers like that.
Yeah, they do.
And go tap out on your child, then you don't need to have no damn kids.
Go ahead. You know, like some of them are just so selfish. They only think of themselves. Some of them just only think of themselves. They only think about, well, you know, I said I got all these kids, but then nobody. You help create these kids. You have to provide for them. You can't make an excuse because, oh, I'm sick. Like, what about the mother? The mother go to work sick. I have went to work with strep throat, trying to provide for my children. I didn't make no excuse. They had to tell me to stay home. Because
the kids don't want to hear you sick. They don't want to hear that when it's time to go to a recital. They don't want to hear that when it's time for you to go to a baseball game. But they don't want to hear that when they're hungry. They don't want to hear you sick.
Just like, think about that mother that's with COVID right now that don't have nobody. And their kids, you know, ain't nobody helping them. And they still have to find a way to try not to get their kids sick, but also try to feed them. So,
I mean, it's people in worse positions than we would could imagine, guys. These kids need this is what these children need. These children need a mother and a father. Kudos and hands up to all the mothers that go out there and do it every day. But trust me when I tell you, if you have a son, he needs a man in his life.
He does. My son, he longs for that. You don't understand. My son longs for that. Like, he's such a boy. He is all boy. And you know what I'm saying? Like, can't teach him how to play football. Yes, I taught him how to hit a tee off the T-ball thing, but I can't teach him how to hold his penis and all that because I'm not a man.
Exactly.
And I don't need to be like that, but I'm just stating true facts.
I mean, there's just some things that a woman cannot provide for a son. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a term of endearment. You know, just like you and your daughter. You and your daughter have this endearing relationship that's totally different from the relationship that you have with your son. You know, your daughter looks at you like, I want to be just like you.
Yeah, she says that. And I'm like, Jay, look, I want you to be better than me.
And then the son, what does he have to look forward to? He can look at his grandfather, he can look at some of the positive men in his life, but it's nothing like his father saying to him, son, I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for hitting that T-ball. I'm proud of you for running all them bases. I'm proud of you for getting that home run.
But, he has me, even whenever his father is ready, if he wants to be a part of life, I'm not holding him from that, but you're not gonna play Russian roulette with them. You ain't gonna come in and out. It's not a kid's life is like, it ruins kids' life like that. And that's what I know. I cannot protect them from heartbreak. I know I can't protect them from everything, but I try to protect them when it comes to because they innocent, they children. My kids are still considered babies, so they don't understand. Like, when he went to sleep on them while they were video chatting, Jamel had a whole meltdown. He had, like I said, Jamel, he has ADHD and he don't understand some things. And so when he have those moments, he don't understand. Like, he was like, Mama, why he sleep? Why he ain't talking to me? And he was just crying. And I was like, Jamel. And then, he just started acting out all that after that.
You are going to break my heart listening to that.
No, I only came because something Monica said resonated with me, with my mother, my uncle.
Yeah.
Met yet. Because I had to be about 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw the way I had shaved my face. So he said, who taught you how to shave? Because you shaving wrong. I said, I taught myself. So why would you teach yourself? So my mother went off. She said, well, what was I supposed to do? Sit there with a razor and cut my face up, telling him how to shave? I ain't a man. I don't know how to. Right. She got behind it because she couldn't teach me how to do that. Right. I just went, brought a razor and started cutting the way I felt I wanted to cut. So then she got into it with her brother because she was like, why didn't you ever take the time to come and decide to help your nephew? Mm-hmm. Well, you already know what my ex-husband was, who he was, and that he never came around. So why didn't you take the time to help him figure out certain things in his life? You want to sit and act like you blame him. She didn't blame her, or she took it offensive like he was blaming her for me not knowing how to shave. When you can't teach him
because he don't want he felt guilty and he should take accountability. That should have been his point of taking accountability, not being there for you, Joe. Mm-hmm. That's what he should have been.
But you know, in reality, that wasn't his responsibility because that was his uncle. What about your damn father? What about?
That's who I thought you were talking about. My bad.
My uncle.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Whenever Joseph and I decided to get married, I asked him about his dad, and he really didn't say too much about him. But I told him, I said, I think you should call him and let him know that you're getting married. He was like, Tramel, I don't need to call him and tell him I'm getting married. He ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't never been a man to me. He ain't never been a father to me. You know, it was like I was so taken aback by his, as a matter of fact, attitude about his father because I never had that experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's hard to resonate with someone when you don't have that. If you haven't had that same experience.
Right. I mean, my dad was always in my life. Joseph here, on the other hand, had a father that was non-existent. You know what I'm saying? But and he was his namesake. Joseph was named after his father. He's the fourth. And when we got married, I said, Joseph, I said, what are we gonna change our last name to? He said, well, I'm changing my last name to your name. And it was so easy for him to do. That decision, even though we were having a conversation, it was hard for me to say, wow, my last name is gonna be this. You know, and then when he came along and said, no, Tramel, we taking your last name, I was taken aback by it. And I was honored at the same time. At the same time, I was sad. I was sad because here I have a husband who's a great person. His mother, his grandmother raised him. They raised him right. And he got a father that's walking this way. He ain't walking in a wheelchair. But he got a father that's on this earth right now.
He got two prosthetic legs.
That won't even pick up the phone and call him and say, son, I was thinking about you.
Yeah.
So that's why when you have those conversations, I can put myself in that place. Because I'm in their place. As a grown man, I'm still in their place. So I get it. And like I said, it's hard because you as a mother, they don't know yet. They're too young to understand what's really going on. And when I was young like that, I didn't understand either. It was my father. I would talk to him. I would call him and he would have no time to be bothered with me.
Right. And that makes me so angry.
Oh, I was so busy right now and and he hang up and my mother be pissed. My mother be pissed because he didn't take the time to talk to me. And then as I got older, I realized and then I found out that, you know, my brother is exactly the same way he does me. It's like, okay, so it's not, you know, I feel, you know, you claim you
right.
Back in my mind, like it's because I'm gay, and that's fine. But then when I learned how to do the same thing to my brother, who's walking around with your granddaughter, who walked in your footsteps, and is a preacher just like you, and you treat him the same way you treat me, because I'm gay. It's just because you're an asshole.
Yeah. But, you know, but then you have to realize as well, like my kid's father, I know for a fact that he always complained about his dad not being in his life. And how he was in jail because of drugs, you know, selling drugs. He was in jail
My
10, 15
grandfather
years of
was
his
there.
life. Uh-huh.
My father was there. Granted, he was still alcoholic, but he was there.
Right.
So he can't say he wasn't there. He always wanted to, oh, I grew up in a dysfunctional family. Okay, so that means you make my life dysfunctional because yours was dysfunctional.
Exactly.
Right.
But I just wanted to tell y'all that I'm going to get some of the lemon pepper chicken I cooked earlier.
I'm going to get some too. I'm going to get off here. I ain't going to be on here all
He wasn't hungry.
No.
You know, you heard what he told you. Ooh, that chicken smell good.
Yeah.
Smell good. But y'all see, I can't say that. I want y'all to know away from me. He felt the magnetic attraction of the almond, of the old deep dark chocolate. He felt all of that. He felt completely. You see, you can't stay away. You can't stay away. I know you.
When I do grants while I'm hooked up to my dialysis machine. Grants for you guys later on tonight.
All right, bye. Go take your little mangy dog with you.
Well, I'm about to get out of here too, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's just we have to stop the generational curses. I feel like that's another thing. Like,
we have to stop using these excuses.
Yeah, stop making it an excuse. Just because I feel like that, just because your father wasn't in your life, that should give you the opportunity to make it feel like, hey, let me be a part of my. Let me be better. Let me be better. Right. Let me be better. Let me be better.
Stop, Jamel. Things that I didn't have. I want my kids to have what I didn't have. I want them to be better than what I was.
Right.
You know? Anyway, we're going to get up off of here, y'all.
All right. Bye.
All right, Monica. I'll talk to you later, baby.
Bye.
I'll probably call you in like 10 minutes. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I'm hungry. I got to get me something to eat. I got to take my medication. Y'all know that I'm diabetical. I got to take my medication. So I'm getting ready to get up off of here. I'm glad that you guys tuned in and joined me for Up Close and Personal. If you want to see more of me up close and personal, please leave me a message. Because I don't know if I'm be able to do this every day. But if y'all want me to do it every day, I'll do it. But it's been great. Thank you for all the positivity in the comment section. Thank you to all the mods that tuned in and regulated everything. Guys, make sure that you are following us on every social media platform that we are on. Of course, those will be in the description box, not in the comment section of this video, and in the description box of this video. And of course, you know, we do love and we appreciate all of you. We appreciate your contributions to the McRae Kingz platform. And that's really it. I'm out of here, guys. Make sure you walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always remember, it's Team McRae all damn day. See you soon.